Hi, everybody. This is Sammy and Nikki, my girlfriend. And in case you're wondering, we're recording this show at the request of the users of WrestlingObserver.com/Figure4Online.com. We did a show at last week's Wrestling Observer Live, where we called in, and I tried to interview my girlfriend, which ended up not working out, but apparently was very funny, and multiple people asked we do this, so we're going to record this. And I want to keep a caveat here that me and her have never done as far as I know, you've never done an audio show, have you?
I've been on one.
You've been on one? Which one were you on?
Like local ones.
Local ones, okay. I'm going to put this a little closer so they can hear you.
Yeah, I've been on local ones, my bad.
Local, we're in New Jersey, Northern New Jersey. She's from Nyack, New York. And I got like a few bullet points, but like I said, we never did this. Don't have like much notes on what to talk about, so we'll see how this goes. Go ahead, Nikki. Tell people about yourself.
I'm black. Just kidding.
She is definitely black. That certainly is a fact. I don't think that's disputable.
I'm just kidding, but I am black. I'm a 33-year-old mom.
How many kids?
What? One. Not kids. We're not. It's not plural.
Yeah, but when people say you're a mom,
I have one child and one kid.
So you have one child. Oh, I'm the child and she's the kid, or I'm the kid and she's the child?
No, you're a kid. A kid as in a baby billy goat.
Okay. That's
what a kid is. I have a child. Sammy is my only kid in here.
Yeah, apparently I'm the only kid in this house. Well, the 6-year-old, her daughter, is more mature than I am, which I sincerely have to not dispute. Anyways, anything else you want to say?
No.
When was the time period that you were a wrestling fan? Actually a fan?
When I was a kid.
How old were you at the time? Do you remember?
I don't know. 8, like a kid. Because wrestling, like when adults grow up, like you're really a wrestling fan. I gotta tell you, that was not your fucking selling point, honey.
What? What
are you wrestling fan?
Oh, for us dating? For us dating?
Fucking adult wrestling fan. Are you kidding me? I'm a wrestling fan.
You know, there's a lot of adult wrestling fans listening to the show right now, right? What, do you guys have anything to say to them?
I'm a wrestling fan. It's not a fine selling point. Men, if you're virgins, you don't tell a woman, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a diehard wrestling fan, and you're a grown woman. I'm a grown man. That might be why you're a virgin. Because you're a wrestling fan.
So yeah, I'm going to call Nikki the heel of this conversation. Who wants to get put through a table or something? A little about me. I'm Sammy.
Strapped to a table.
32. She was born in 80, and I was born in 81. So in her time, she was a fan. You were fans like Jim Duggan, The Ultimate Warrior, and stuff.
I saw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, and I'm the adult wrestling dork.
That's reliving childhood. You're still there.
I'm still a child?
You're not reliving it.
I'm not reliving my childhood. I'm still there.
You're an adult wrestling fan.
I haven't hit puberty yet.
You're an adult wrestling fan.
Anyways, 32. Sorry. Literally been a fan, diehard fan my entire life. Can I talk, please?
Sorry.
You better watch yourself. You get beaten later. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, that's what you're gonna put on air, and people are gonna think you beat me?
I'm just kidding. They know that.
I'm gonna start softly sobbing before the end of this,
okay.
And sing "Don't Hit Me." Watch.
That's not funny.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I've never done a radio show before.
That's fun.
Anyways, boy, this is girl great. I don't have too many memories of my childhood before I was 10. There's very little I remember. But the first detailed memory I have in life, 4 years old, or the earliest I should say, which is kind of sad, but I'm doing homework at my apartment when we were 4 and watching, I swear it was Roddy Piper doing Piper's Pit on television.
I used to like Roddy Piper too.
Big fan of Roddy Piper from what I understand. And grew up watching my whole life. Biggest regret as a wrestling fan, never going to a legit EW show. I wish I had. And just never really let it go. Was really happy when the Attitude Era happened right when I was 17. After the purchase of WCW and ECW, well, not the purchase, bankruptcy of ECW, I decided that summer of 2001 to become a wrestler. Tried my hand out at wrestling. Went to trade at Jersey All Pro Wrestling, which, if you know about the blood laws in New Jersey, I found out that they were the company that was the reason for them. And, did my thing. My training class was the same training class as Guy Jamar, who you all now know as Jay Lethal. And I have had interactions in wrestling with a bunch of famous wrestlers. Iron Sheik was my uncle. Excuse her for that. Iron Sheik was my uncle for a match once. I've got knots in the back of my head from steel chair shots from Axel Rotten. Met guys like Big Bam Bigelow, Jerry Lawler, etc., blah, blah, blah. I one time had a car ride from New Jersey to Delaware with Daniel Bryan, at the time American Dragon, and it was, looking back, an awesome experience because he loved wrestling. And didn't really stick with it because I saw the scars on some of the wrestlers. Like a lot of the ECW guys I've seen had a lot of scars. I didn't want to get into a thing where I thought I'd have to be mutilating my body, so kind of gave it up and went to do other things. And now I'm sitting here slaving away with my girl right here. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? Oh boy, this is going great. Well, anyways, enough of me boring everybody. Let's move on
You're not boring everyone. You're giving them your dorky history.
Yeah, to me, I would think if I was another person listening...
I'm sorry. It's like adult wrestling.
Adult wrestling. Yeah, but what do you think of John Cena?
The only time I want to get wrestled is in the bedroom, okay?
The only time she wants to get wrestled is in the bedroom.
That's
All right,
right.
let's pause this recording and get back. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think of John Cena, then?
You don't pay my bills. What do I think about
This is a show for wrestling people. You've been watching wrestling with me.
I'm not even a wrestling fan like that.
I know, but you said that you've been getting into it.
John Cena got a big booty.
God Cena, there you go. That's what I'm waiting to hear. John Cena got a big booty. Can he wrestle?
Why would you be... No, he's horrible.
He is horrible, right? Who's a
When
good
I watch
wrestler?
him, he's fucking horrible.
Who is a good wrestler?
Especially me not being a fan.
Yeah, she's not a fan, and she can see how bad John Cena is. No offense to John Cena, but
Because
you
I'm
suck.
not a wrestling fan, and I can't do that whole suspend your belief thing, especially when you can see them setting up moves. I just want to jump on screen and fucking crotch, just kick them right in the balls.
Who is a wrestler from what you've seen recently?
I don't know these people's names.
Remember Cody?
I know Randy Orton because he's freaking hot.
And with the Randy Orton, folks.
I know the Usos. Remember I said that's why I started watching wrestling with you? I saw the crappy Diva show. That's
Total Divas.
Horrible. But I do want to watch to see how much they're going to fuck up every show. I have to say that.
So it's one of those shows that's so bad, it's good, because you have to watch how bad it is.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all. But it is so bad sometimes I actually want to see how much they're going to fuck up.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we watched Raw together.
Oh, the Usos are good wrestlers. That's why I started watching it with you.
Okay. So
I said I don't mind it. I like the Usos.
You've also said Cody Rhodes is very smooth.
Oh, yeah. Like, his is just seamless. Like, when he does the flips from one move to the next move, like, it's very believable because it is seamless.
We also watched SmackDown once at Borgata, and you said that the match between, I think it was Oksana and Abella was really good at the time. But then you watched one last week, you said not so good, right?
It was trash. That day, I guess they had a good day.
I didn't know it was possible for them to have a good day. Anyways.
That wouldn't look believable.
We watched Raw the past Monday, and you were able to actually stay awake this time, I'd say, right before the main event segment started. Right before 11 o'clock is when she tapped out.
I try for you, okay?
Do you remember anything about the show at all?
Okay, just like go over it, and then I'll tell you if I remember.
Oh, God, go over it. Okay. Well, you know the whole crowd was waiting for CM Punk, and Paul Heyman came out. He's the bald guy that ran ECW.
Oh, yeah, he sat down. Like, someone should have came and ran and kicked him right in the head.
Well, he was sitting. That's what CM Punk does when he cuts a pipe bomb promo, which is like a shoot promo.
No, but someone should have kicked him in the head.
Why?
Because he's fat. I don't know, he's annoying.
So you find Paul Heyman annoying. Well, he's a heel, so is he doing a good job?
No, he's like fucking useless. Like, why is he there?
Because he's Paul Heyman. You just have to. That's something you kind of think you have to be a wrestler for.
I'm not a wrestling fan. Like, he's like a waste of space.
He's definitely not, if you ask me. He's one of the best.
Oh, I don't know. Fuck
he ran ECW. I mean, he also sort of ran it to the ground. No offense.
So they should have gave him a better character then, because it's fucking like.
He's Paul. He's himself.
Oh, he's himself.
That's him. It's like him, but with angles involved.
Like, they just put him in and hope it works.
I ran ECW, and now he's the advisor, I guess, to Brock Lesnar, which he was when he first debuted.
So he's the advisor?
Well, he's like his manager.
He's like a manager.
He is a manager.
He's a manager.
He is a manager. They have the WWE likes to use these ridiculous titles for people. They don't say general manager of Raw anymore. They say something supervising block crapola, whatever, some shit like that. So you don't like Paul Heyman?
No, I think he's fucking annoying.
Okay. What about Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns has like a smoldering hot thing going on.
Smoldering hot thing, okay.
Yeah, he like smolders.
Okay. And who's bigger, Roman Reigns or Randy Orton?
I think Randy Orton's bigger. He's thicker.
She thinks that
They might be the same size or whatever, but it looks better on him because he's thicker.
So my girlfriend has been telling me that Randy Orton is thicker, and I don't think she means what some of the perverts out there listening mean. That Randy Orton is thicker in his body than Roman Reigns. I look like Roman Reigns to me is like a monster, and Randy Orton's just steroids now, so I got to get skinny. So he looks skinny to me, but he's of course lean. We had many debates about this, and in the end, I realized who gives a shit.
You know who's thick?
Who's thick?
Well, you might actually get what thick is. Nicole Anna Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
So Randy Orton is thick like Anna Nicole Smith.
Like she was not a small woman.
No, she was not.
But she had curves.
But she was very attractive.
Solid. She was solid.
Clothed, non-clothed, very attractive.
That's thick, Sam. That's what thick means.
Well, I could understand that for a woman, but not for a man.
Right, but
you said JBL is not thick. Remember, we were looking at JBL. We were watching.
Who's JBL? The guy with
we were watching that match with Eddie.
White man booty?
We were watching that match with Eddie Guerrero where he literally bled to death. Remember the other night?
Is that the one with the ugly, like old white man booty in the blue undies?
The blue undies, yeah. Well,
his butt looks so gross.
His butt looks so gross. Okay.
Yeah, I remember him.
Is that how you judge your wrestlers, mostly on butt?
Well, that's the first thing I'm looking at. I like their crotch. I gotta tell you honestly. Like,
well, I understand.
I'm not a wrestling fan, so it's nice to go out there and see scantily clad men.
That's true.
Too often in sports.
Well, you know what? That's what Total Divas was intended to be. It was intended to attract the ladies to wrestling, to get them to watch Raw. And I don't think that's you're watching it, because even if you started watching it on your own, you would not be watching Raw with that.
I started watching it. No, I wouldn't. Hell no.
Not without me. You need somebody in your life that you love that's
not.
wrestling. And I love you for supporting me to watch this crap.
I like
even though I love it.
What I am trying to get into and find things I like about it, like the Hawkeyes, is what made me. I was like, I could just watch their booties and stuff.
You went with me.
It's like an oil fight.
You went with me and two of my friends to WrestleMania last year at East Rutherford, because it's like, 10, 15 minutes from here.
I was fucking drunk at WrestleMania.
That's why you said that's why you had a good time, right?
Yeah, after about like 3 or 4 beers, I could do it.
After 3 or 4 beers, you could do it. That sounds.
No, I would say 2 to 3 beers.
But how many?
I remember by the 3rd beer, I was definitely having fun.
I think you were having more fun than a lot of the people around there, because a lot of the show was kind of except for, of course, Undertaker, CM Punk. But
and then it was my first time there too. So
you'd never been to a wrestling show before then.
Hell no.
And we wanted to go to New Orleans because you'd never been to New Orleans, and I wanted to, of course, go to WrestleMania again, but that's not happening, unfortunately. What else would you like to do instead? You want to go to a house show?
Oh, no.
You don't want to see wrestling?
No. If you go and you say, Nikki, you want to go with me, I want to be your last option.
You want? Okay. Well, that makes me feel good about this relationship, folks.
No, I'll go with you. I went to the other one, remember?
Yeah, that's WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I'm like, why don't you see if you can find one of your friends to go with you? I'm very nice about it.
Well, because I'm such a big wrestling dork, I don't really have any friends. I'm just kidding.
You probably shouldn't say that on air.
Yeah, I just kind of buried myself. That was pretty disastrous.
That's fun. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right, babe. All right, moving on. Let's see. You've also watched some UFC with me.
Yeah.
You find UFC more entertaining than WWE?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, because it's
real. I used to watch fighting, yeah.
Your brother, does he still fight, your brother? He used to do that stuff. Does he still do it?
No, he doesn't do it.
He stopped.
I don't even know if he trains people anymore.
Recently, Nevada and Brazil banned the use of like exemptions for using steroids, basically. And so a lot of guys that you don't know aren't allowed to do it, but Bigfoot Silva, what do you refer to him as Me Punch? Because she saw the fight with him and that big fight they had on the Fox. I can't remember who he fought, but you were a big fan of that fight, but you just kept looking at his body and saying, where did you come up with that name? Me Punch. She called Bigfoot Silva Me Punch. Where did you come up with that? Because
that's what he looks like. He looks like he gets in the ring and he goes, Me Punch! Like, what was that thing? What was that ape thing that used to, like, fight in the video games like that? Was that King Kong?
Ape? You mean Donkey Kong? Like when he'd be on the top?
It could have been King... Yeah, maybe Donkey Kong. It goes like this. It is Donkey Kong.
Well, they can't see you doing this, but she's pounding her chest like a monkey, pretty much. So I guess he's the monkey Me Punch?
Yeah, he's like unevolved. Like, he probably is like a very close relative of the Sasquatch.
Wow. Wow. You know he had giganticism, right? You know that's why he looks that way.
Oh, shit. I feel bad now. Oh, my God.
I've told you that.
I don't fucking remember. He doesn't pay my bills.
Well, he had to have his gland removed, and because of that, he couldn't produce natural testosterone. So he's now basically not allowed to. He basically isn't going to really be able to fight in the two major.
Oh, that's who you were talking about. Can't fight. So Meat Punch is not going to be allowed to fight.
Well, I mean, he has really two options. He could not fight in Vegas and Brazil ever, which is hard because UFC, who he works for, that's where a lot of their fights are, and he's Brazilian, which makes it worse. Or he could try to cheat, and if he gets caught, you know, he's already suspended now because even though he has that exemption, there's still a limit of what testosterone level you're allowed, and part of his test failed. He sued his doctor, blah, blah, blah. But,
oh, that's him? Meat Punch sues somebody?
He sued his doctor. His doctor injected him with... His doctor injected him with testosterone, you know, which he has an exemption for, and it was too much at the time he did. Something like that. I don't know all the details. It's late. Friggin' 1:30 in the morning, Saturday morning. And I'm only going to be...
Yeah, okay, I get the gist, though.
Yeah. Okay.
If anybody else knows, they can block back and, tell us.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that in a minute. And one last thing was in December, UFC 168. At the bar, we went to a Bloomberger, it's called, which has alcohol and they show the fights. What are you laughing at? Are you laughing at Modern Family with no sound?
Yes.
She's watching Modern Family.
It's really with the eye patch on because she got hit in the eye with the rice.
Oh yeah, we saw this one. You're fucking nuts. You watch this shit all the time. So how did you react when you saw Anderson Silva's leg break at the bar? Got the smile on because I consider it such a it's horrible.
Okay, you know when it happened, I didn't feel bad until you really made me feel bad.
It just kind of ruined my night that moment. It was a great night up until that moment.
Okay, right? So everybody, you're from New York, right? If from New York, you know what I'm talking about. I don't live in the city. I live in Rockland County.
For those who don't know, the guy who Silva fought, who he broke his leg on, his name's Chris Weidman. He's from New York.
Yeah, he's from New York. Well, that's what I was going to get to. So all you New Yorkers out there, even the one that's not from the city, because there's more to New York than just the city. We're 20 minutes away in Rockland County, and we're proud New Yorkers. Yo, he broke his leg. I was like, we're made of steel! I'm in a bar in Jersey with a whole bunch of Jersey people.
She's a little bit tipsy. Keep that in mind.
No, I wasn't.
You had a few drinks.
I was a little...
I had a few.
I would have been tipsy, and that was it. Sam thinks I get drunk after 1 or 2 drinks. So he just thinks I'm tipsy, and because he thinks it, so it must be true.
She's drunk.
I'm really not.
No, she's drunk.
Shut up. Dummy, I am not.
Okay, go ahead.
But you his leg, and I just jumped up, and I was, flexing. It was heights, like New York heights, okay? It was New York heights because he just broke his leg on this New Yorker. This kid that nobody thought he was going to do anything. And I told Sam, I was like, he's from New York. He might win. And he's like, nah, it's Anderson Silva. This is the guy he plays around. He's telling me all this other stuff. I was like, all right. So he went in there. I'm saying Silva left himself open. So New York had to knock him out. Then he broke his leg. It was crazy. We're made out of steel. That's all I'm saying.
What, you were, I think, chanting, New Yorkers are steel for 10 minutes all around the bar?
If you can survive in New York, you can survive anywhere.
There was
it's true. It's true.
There's a whole bunch of jaded people after watching the replay of the leg break, and she's just running around saying, "New Yorkers are made of steel. New Yorkers are made of steel."
First of all, there was a couple of New Yorkers in there because on the way out, I got a slap down on both sides.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There were a couple of people seemingly proud of Chris Weidman's solid steel leg.
Got one more on the way out too. Sorry.
No, it was funny. In retrospect, it was funny. I was in a bad mood because I'm squeamish.
He was so angry at me. I didn't even want to do it.
Because you kept going.
I felt so happy.
She felt so happy that a man broke his leg like that.
No, I felt so happy that the underdog came in and whooped his ass. I mean, it just out of nowhere. He just kicked him and broke his fucking leg. Get out of here. Nobody even thought he had a shot, and he was in there going pound for pound and toe-to-toe with it.
There were people who definitely thought he won the last fight.
He won that shit.
He won the first fight.
So even if he didn't break his leg, he would have won that fight. I don't care what anyone said.
You know what? After the fight, that's what a lot of people said. A lot of people looked at the first round and said Anderson wasn't going to win even if he didn't break his leg. I mean, unless he got a knockout of some sort. or a submission.
I don't think he would have got it, though. Like, this kid was going toe-to-toe. He was good. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't sleep on New York.
Don't sleep on New York? So when I see someone in New York sleep on, what should I do?
Don't sleep on him, because that would be awkward if you just get up and you just sleep on him. If you were to take this literally, I mean, come on.
Have you ever slept on someone?
Of course I have. I sleep on you.
Oh. Well, in that case, we're going to wrap it up. In that case, we're going to have to wrap it up. You wanted to talk about our... this is not related to like wrestling or anything. You want to talk about our blog we're creating that we've been working on?
Oh, Fatty McFatty. We're still uploading stuff. It's still working. It's fattymcfatty.blogspot.com.
I'll put a link in the description, and
we'll tell them what it is.
Yeah, it's FATIE Fatty, and then McFatty FATTY.blogspot.com. There'll be a link in the description, and like you said, we're putting up videos of reviews of restaurants that we've been to, like video reviews, and we're going to be doing some eating challenges along there, and it's mostly stuff in New Jersey so far. But if we go out to eat a lot. If we ever travel somewhere, we'll do other places, and
people put recipes too.
Put up your recipes.
Starting to get some requests if they can put up recipes. I'm getting like some really odd ones. Some pretty good stuff.
What's an odd? Can you know an example of one? You remember one?
Well, I wouldn't say it's odd because people actually do eat pickled herring.
Pickled herring?
Yes, pickled herring. It sounds disgusting.
You told me about this. It's like fish, right?
Yes.
How do you pickle a fish?
I don't know. The lady said she was telling me. She said it's wonderful and she puts it in a stew. I was like, yeah, you can put that up on the website. You should.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Anything else you'd like our listeners to know? Or to say to them?
Listen to us.
Boy, that narrows it. That's creative. I can't top that. Well, everybody, we're gonna sign off. Please let me know how this went.
Hey.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna interject really quick. Sorry. Hey, do you guys think I have like an evil villain laugh? Because that's what he tells me.
You know, there was a post on the forums that somebody put of their reaction to CM Punk not being on Raw, and it was a 4-minute video of like various movie laughers. And I played it for her, and she said, "Oh my God, I really do laugh like that." And like half of them. So yeah, I think so. Let us know. All right, this is Nikki and Sammy signing off, and I don't know what else to say. I'll talk to you again, hopefully.
Deuces.
After a while.